All right, it's the next morning and look who made it.
Hello.
We got Todd all the way down from New York and coming in with a super important piece of the van build. He's got the solar setup. What is this?
This is the inverter that will take the power from the battery and convert it into AC. So you'll be able to plug in
Right.
some
Hell yeah.
AC appliances or other things.
So Todd has an entire solar setup, which is why I put on the racks last night. I haven't shown you guys that. Check this out. Bought these racks. I'm very happy they came from Vantech. Almost bought like the fancy ones from Thule, but I'm pretty stoked with how these ones turned out. Check it out. They went on really easy and just, you know, a simple and solid build. And I think they look pretty sturdy. So gonna mount the solar to that so that I don't have to drill more holes in the roof. And Todd over there has the whole setup ready. I'm stoked. But before he brought out the solar, he knew where he was coming and he brought out the real fun stuff. We officially have a very good beer cooler in the works. So hell yeah, we've got coffee in us. We've got some oatmeal, breakfast of champions, and we've got the next layer of the fan on already. Seth drilled in the actual bezel, the bezel from the fan into the van. So you can see there's like a bunch of holes in my ceiling now. But it's looking very clean on top. A lot better than I've seen on all of the other van videos I've watched, which is pretty cool. Like that just is very, very neat and trim. All of the van videos I've watched have lap seal just gooed around the whole thing. It's like all lumpy and it's uneven, and I mean, I don't really care about that. That's definitely Seth pushing the neat form factor. He's big on that. I appreciate it, but what I really care about is that it's watertight and functional. So yeah, it's looking great so far. And once this dries, then we're ready to install the actual fan. All right, Todd's getting set up here, and yes, Todd did bring his bike, which means we've gotta go get some riding and maybe a lap on Kitsuma one of these afternoons. And yeah, Seth and Todd are getting electrical done right now, which I don't know anything about, and to be honest, you can only have so many chefs in the kitchen when you're working in a tiny little box like this, so it's probably best that I don't know what I'm doing anyway. Holy crap, the fan, there's a fan in the roof! Dude, it's crazy when you look at it from below. It looks so good. This is what it looks like up top. This is it closed. So this is a Max Air Deluxe. And the benefits of this over like the Fantastic fan are that it can raise and continue to stay open while the car is moving, or even while the car is raining, which is awesome. Or not the car is raining, while it's raining outside. It's looking legit on top of the van right now. Hell yeah.
There's a guide, so when you put this fuse box cover on here, where's the fan?
Well, I will know.
Top
right
left.
There. Yellow.
So there's your fan circuit, and I put it on a 10 amp fuse. I could actually lower it to 5 amp, which I'm gonna do.
Sweet.
The reason you want to do that is because if something goes wrong, you want the fuse to blow.
Right before the machine does.
Right. So you figure out how much amperage the device that you're powering uses maximum, and you go just a little bit higher, and that's the fuse.
So what's the amperage that it's using?
I think it's like 3 amps or something.
Wow.
It's like tops.
All right, Seth, can you do the honors?
Sure, man. Hell is the remote?
I don't know.
It's got to be in here.
I was just commenting on Seth has a propensity to get sticky shit on the bottom of his shoes. Every single time we're walking around, I just hear like, and he's like, God, like I don't know how he does it, but always something sticky on the bottom of Seth's shoes. No. You did most of this fan installation. I want you to do the honors. So check it out. It's got a remote, and
it's got a lot of controls.
This remote's actually got a holder that we can mount to the wall. So I want to get you in the shot.
I'll give you a tour of the remote. So I'm gonna press this button, right? And in one shot, it's gonna open the vent, so it's gonna go, and it's also gonna turn on. So right now it says closed. We can turn it on.
Sweet.
You know,
and it turns on as well right away.
Yeah, it turns on right away. Now, as you can see on the remote.
So that's spitting it out that way. It can push or pull.
Right. So I can just go.
And now it's gonna start blowing on us. It'll start to just stop and then turn the other way.
It's gonna turn the other way.
Oh, dude, that's a pretty good. I know it's got a bunch of different speeds. What speed is that?
If you're laying in bed,
that's gonna feel so 90%.
Good. Here's 100%. Now I'm gonna go down to like.
Wait, hold on. Let me feel 100%. That's pretty solid.
But like this at night, just to keep air flowing through the van or whatever. It uses,
I'm
like,
so happy that we put it in the back. I'm really happy that it's all the way back
right
there.
It's right above your bed. You can have it blowing down on you. This is gonna be awesome.
Yeah. So for anyone that's wondering, there's two really big fans on the market that people rave about: the Fantastic Fan and the Max Air Deluxe. This one is apparently supposed to be better because it's got that rain cover, so you can both be driving while it runs and it can be raining while it still runs. In addition to the remote, there are manual controls on the fan itself. This is the knob that you use to pull it up and down to do the cover, and that's what you do to actual, turn on and off. So if the remote fails, I do have manual controls as well. All right, Todd's got this solar panel. Check that bad boy out. It looks so good. Dude, hell yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and get this up on the roof and fit it, and we're looking at how to mount it. I don't think it should be that difficult, to be honest. All right, so Todd, tell me a little bit about this panel, man.
So this panel is made by LG. It's a LG 305 all black solar panel, 305 watts. It's basically a residential solar panel that we're going to use on top of the van.
Can I see the back of it?
Yeah.
Sweet. It is bigger than I expected. Like, you told me the dimensions and I had it in my head, but it's definitely sizable.
It's 40 inches by 65. Most of the solar panels that get mounted on houses are this same size. Even amongst all the manufacturers, they pretty much use the same size.
Dude, let's pop it up there and see what it'll... All right, we got the hardware to attach the solar, and time to mount it. So the way we're mounting the solar is just some holes underneath here, and then we have bolts that just slide into this piece of the rail. It's pretty convenient. These are not the ones. We got a little bit flatter, bigger pieces now, a little bit more effective. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so we've got it on the top, got the holes drilled, we're gonna attach it, but now we gotta figure out how to, where we're gonna drill the hole in the roof to send the power down. But it's looking good up here.
Nah, it's gonna be fine.
I mean, this is pretty thin, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, this pains me so much. Yeah?
Yeah, go for it.
How far? Oh, this is huge, right?
You're gonna sink that one all the way.
Well, that's not normal. Hey, I see insulation. It's awesome. Do you have any of these?
I do.
These
I have
are
an Irwin.
sick.
All right.
So we'll want to paint that rust stuff around here before we put this in. We're just trying to sink this piece?
Correct.
Yep, we're through the insulation.
Yeah, perfect. Nice.
So how do we seal
Right,
this?
so take the metal. The metal ring goes on the inside of the van. We're gonna have to remove some insulation from the inside.
Yeah.
So that can.
Just this piece, or this piece too?
Nope, just the metal piece.
All right, now we gotta clean the hole out. We got some alcohol and acetone, and then some rust stop. So this stuff's just gonna come shooting, huh?
Yeah, I would do like 1 click.
Can I actually push it up against?
Yeah. You're gonna finish it off with your finger anyway.
Right.
That looks good.
Not super gobby or anything, but according to the God Master Seth, we don't need that much. So we're just making a longer wire for the solar, right?
To connect the solar panel down to the charge controller,
Right.
we're using PV wire, which is copper wire with double thick insulation so that it can run outside unprotected. Just gonna try to strip a little bit of insulation off the end. Then there's this special crimping tool that crimps that on there.
And then this is that special
MC connector that you slide over the part that you just crimped onto the wire. And you hear it click.
Cool. So it's super secure and that protects the wire.
Yep. So we could always just...
It's a little more, it's definitely more than 2 feet.
I think we push some in. And then put that in the third hole. Oh yeah. Wow, that's bright.
Yeah. Alright, we're finishing attaching this solar to the bar, putting in the rubber strip, measuring it. I think this is right here. We shall see. Alright, final step of the solar. Well, not really, but it's gonna be in power when I click these together. You guys ready?
Yeah, all right. 12.78 volts there on the charge, on the meter.
There's one.
Connect the other one.
This is a huge moment. Let there be power. We're in. Check this out.
The fridge has been running and all.
So that's what we just connected.
The solar panel leads.
And then that is where it goes into the van. That's the hole that I drilled in the caulking, or the lap seal that around it. Really cool little setup. We still have to tighten that, but we're gonna wait for the lap seal to finish, and then we'll be good to go. Todd said he's craving a beer. I told him they're not in the Yeti cooler anymore. They're in the fridge because it's working. Yeah.
Basically, as it started,
Hell yeah.
it all happened very gradually.
Burlington, Vermont.
Alright, I want to show you guys what this, the big picture of this solar looks like. So I'm going inside and gonna get a shot from way above. From in my room here. Look at that. That looks freaking awesome. Fan and solar acquired. It's looking legit. Hello, Todd. So while Todd and I were up doing the solar, Seth was inside working on the electrical. I want him to show me what he's been up to in here.
Yo, when we first got your van, there was no solar, there was no fridge. No, all right. show you.
But now you got a refrigerator.
Now you got a refrigerator with beer in your van.
Oh
no,
my
okay.
God.
So I wired up the Mad Mike's tour.
Yeah, for any young people, watching, that's a Pin My Ride spoof.
Yeah. So so anyway, I left tons of extra wire on the fridge because we don't know whether we're gonna put it on a slider, whether we're gonna put it up here. I don't fucking. Maybe we'll put it on. I don't know.
We have no idea yet.
I left a whole bunch of extra. Anyway, your fridge is hooked up to constant power. It's always running. You can shut it off from this button over here. It's got no draw when it's off, so that's good. What that essentially means is don't worry about it.
Cool.
If you need to, for some reason, remove the fridge from the van, this plug will actually come out of the back.
Okay.
So,
Super
yeah, that
easy.
plug will come out of the back.
Oh, yeah.
And it's freaking cold in there. Holy crap.
Oh, it feels so good.
Oh, there's damn beers in there.
Dude.
So
I love that it's lit inside. Straight up lit.
Is lit. Okay, so now, let me get you some light over here. Check it out under here.
Let's see.
So
okay, so that's new and that's new.
Yeah, so that's a solar charge controller that Todd brought over. You guys ran the wire in. I ran it out from over there.
Oh yeah, I haven't even looked up here. Where I haven't seen the inside. So I drilled this hole, but I haven't looked at it from the inside. Okay.
So we're gonna have to clean all that up before we put the ceiling up, but.
Right. Focus.
Know what I'm saying?
Know what I'm saying?
Okay, so these gray wires are coming from the solar panel.
Okay.
Kind of freaks me out that they're the same color.
Well,
so I labeled them.
Yeah.
There were labels on them, but I had to cut it off. So I labeled them with the P-Touch. These two wires coming out of there, they actually connect to the vehicle's battery so that we can charge it. This is your fuse box, which I've actually started connecting stuff to. The fan.
Yes, you've labeled it.
This is the USB that's up here that charges your laptop. So you got your USB-C. And then just a USB power port. If I hook up additional USBs, I'm probably going to put it on that same circuit so that it's all in one. Because, you know, right now it's on constant. This doesn't really draw enough to really matter.
What's P1?
P1 is port 1. And what I've done is I've labeled...
this thing over here?
I labeled that portal 1. So that way we know where that wire goes. So all we have to do if we want to hook up anything there is take the wire out from behind that panel, pop a fuse in there. Right now the wire is dead because there's no fuse in it.
Okay.
You have to pop the fuse in.
Word.
Now, the other thing, as you can see, there is a fan label on there.
Yeah.
So, that goes to the fan.
Cool. And that's coming out right here. Going all the way up to the fan.
The craziest thing?
Yeah, hold on. I want you to show me everything. All right, so long day of work. Long day for me, longer for Seth. So I took Todd out riding towards the end of the day to catch one lap on Katsuma. He brought his bike down on the trip, and you know, it can't be all work and no play. So we just had a fantastic ride on Katsuma, and now I'm having a beer, and I want to see what Seth got done while we were gone, and I'm pretty stoked because I think he finished the walls in here. Before I left, we finished the solar. He put the fridge in. We got the fan running. So we're making like big moves. So yeah, dude, what we got? What we got?
So I didn't finish the walls because I know you want to put up the Reflectix. So I just have 2 screws holding each one in. That's what. Man, I need some.
You okay?
I think I swallowed a mosquito.
Want some beer?
But so I put these up. So I had to scribe that. I described this so that it fit.
Is what's crazy the fact that you got that light so perfectly up there?
And then...
Look at that light up there. Yeah, how'd you do that? Oh, you took off the panel of it, didn't you?
Well, because it was up there, so I took the light out, and then I cut a hole, and then I popped the light in.
Oh,
and everything.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
So it works with the door, so when you open the door, the light turns on.
Dude.
So,
yeah.
Obviously we're going to do that. Like, that'd be a waste. But then look at all this. Like, all this scribed.
Oh, wow. You really did a good job. Oh, my. Look at that. That's a tough curve right there. And that's actually pretty
It's going to look better when we
dude.
screw it in, because now it's, like, off the wall, but it's going to press in and everything. And
yeah, that was a difficult curve.
I think we can just do a strip right across here. It'll look way awesome.
I want to put a pull-up bar, rock climbing pull-up bar across that.
Yeah, we can
But
do that.
it'll be mounted to a piece of wood. So yeah, let's do that. Let's put the wood up there.
For sure, man.
Hell yeah, dude.
But I'm just getting demolished by mosquitoes.
Good shit.
In other words.
Yeah, me too. Let's go inside. So, big day of work, a lot of moves, a lot of good things done in the van, and now we're gonna go get some grub tonight. Gonna celebrate a little bit for the hard work, and then get right back at it tomorrow. Good morning from the van build. We are buttoning up walls here, and I just wanted to show you guys real quick what we've decided to do with the Reflectix. So after all the research I've done about how to use Reflectix the proper way, or how everyone uses it the improper way, there's a ton of stuff out there. What I've decided to do is put it on the outside of the support beams, therefore giving it an air pocket behind, and apparently that helps it work the way it's supposed to be. So we're stabling it to these. So the studs, the support beams in front of the poly CO board makes about an inch, actually it's probably like 3/4 of an inch, a gap, and that's a nice air pocket. So this on top of that means that there is space in between and no thermal bridge being created between them. So yeah, that's what we're doing. I'm gonna line this whole side and the ceiling that way, and it's also pretty easy. Walls are going back in for the final time. All right, update on the day. Things are going well. Seth's installing the power inverter right there. And now he's installing an outlet, so I have an AC outlet within the van for, you know, whatever uncivilized things I need that can't use a USB port for. and Todd and I are working on the ceiling here. We are trimming around this right now, trying to fit the wood. We got this wood up over here on the walls. These ceiling panels are going to be a little bit more difficult because we've got to trim around the fan, and we've got to trim around this light right here. Never as easy as just putting up a full piece of plywood. Is this the only button I need to know?
I think so.
Does it matter that the table's floppy?
Nope.
Todd's giving Berm Creek a go. How's that treating you, buddy? That spot, well, this hill is definitely the hardest spot, but those switchbacks are super difficult.
Way steeper than it looks.
Oh, infinitely steeper, dude.
Slippery too today.
Yeah. All right, we got some pieces of wood that are gonna cover these seams up here. Is really difficult to do otherwise. Seth's sanding them, and then I'm gonna stain them to make them a little bit darker than the rest of the wood in the van. And yeah, then we're gonna just put it across the entire length right there.
Here you go, man.
Thank you, sir. I'll start staining that one.
Those screws look good on the ceiling too.
Yeah, I really like those. All right, so Todd just carved out a masterful piece. Look at that. It's such an awkward spot. It required so much precision, and he just freaking nailed it. And so we weren't able to, there's no way to screw this furthest piece of this panel on. So we needed something underneath it to support it, and that's that, and it just works out perfectly. And over here, we're working on tidying up the spray foam catastrophe of Saturday. So there was spray foam particles all over the ground. I've been working on it with acetone. That's coming off, and trying to ward off the sleepiness from this Indian buffet we just did for lunch. That might have been a mistake.
Nah, that was not a mistake.
All right, we're down to the last few screws before the roof is before the roof is pretty complete. I mean, not like everything, but the roof panels. You got it?
Yeah.
Did it dig?
It dug.
Hell yeah.
It's in, man.
So these ones are pretty tough because they're going in at an angle here. There's a beam behind just back here, so we had to go really far to the edge.
Dude, this is fucking up there, man.
Yeah, man. It's looking really good. Look at that, how
Holy
flush
shit.
it came to it, too. That looks great.
Yeah, that was really good.
All right, final touches of the day before Seth gets some shots and we wrap up. Seth, you cleaning up there?
Yep.
And we got Drama down here somewhere.
Hey, drums.
And Todd and I are putting in the finishing touches of the corner piece.
Drums.
All right, first one in. Look at that. That
Extend
just
a piece of wood up.
that looks so good.
We were gonna go boom.
So we stained that piece, a little accent down there. I don't even know what that means. I don't know what I'm
And then
saying.
go from
Don't listen to
there
me.
to the
It's
back.
just I don't know. I just wanted
That's
to.
much easier.
But
Perfect.
this is a big moment. This is the final beam in the corners. Look at this. All of them are in. And look at this ridiculousness that Todd did over here. It turns out Todd's a pretty damn handy dude to have around wood. Look at this craziness right in this corner. Like, what the? Final screw, fastener, whatever.
Okay.
Give her, bud.
Should we try and, well...
No, Todd doesn't even want to hear what he said. He's just like, no.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, look at that.
Fuck yeah.
Woo. Oh my gosh.
If you look at any
Yeah, you went hard
That
on
was
it.
tough.
with a couple of hand tools,
And using it with your right hand. I was impressed with that. That is a crazy corner, man.
As good as it's gonna get.
Guys, I think we killed it.
You smashed it.
Smashed.
I'm ready for a beer.
Alright, all that's left is to clean up the van a little bit and get some final shots for Seth's video, which hopefully is coming out after mine. I'm going to try to get mine out a little bit quick. Just the raw version. And man, I gotta give a massive thanks to Todd here because he just put in 2 serious days of work. Todd, thank you so much, man, for coming down here and hanging out and helping.
Yeah, it was
like that woodwork turned out way better than I thought it would. I mean, look at that. It just, oh, it really does look longer with those pieces of wood down the side. Drama's so stoked. But yeah, things are definitely coming along in the van right now, and that's a really, really good push for the week. Very, very excited about it, and now the really, really fun stuff. We do have a big question ahead of us, which is what to do with the bed and this massive fridge. But you know, that's another question for another day. And then after that, there's a lot of fun stuff to be done. So yeah. I assume after this, there's going to be more riding, and then after that, there will be more van stuff. Till I see you guys there, you know what to do. Live free, ride hard, get stoked.
And then, you can even change the output voltage from 120 volts to, you can change it to 110.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's cool.
It's pretty cool. It's at 120 right now, which is cool. Charge detect. And then eco